You're live.
All right, everybody, let's do it. Lunchbox Summit Q3. My name's Luke Metzler, and I'm so stoked to be kicking it off. I love coming and playing for Lunchbox, and we got a real nice tune for you today. If you know it, sing along. Doesn't matter that we're alone in our digital spaces. Let's sing along. Let's have a good time, and let's get Lunchbox Q3 Summit started. It's by one of my favorites, a little Taylor Swift. Nice to meet you, where you been? I could show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game, wanna play. Oh, new money, suit and tie. I can read you like a magazine. Ain't it funny, rumors fly, and I know you heard about me, so wait, let's be friends. I'm dying to see how this one ends. Grab your passport in my hand. I can make the bad guys good for the weekend. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. I got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. Cause you know I love the players, and you love the game. Cause we're young and reckless. We'll take this way too far. It'll leave you reckless, so or with the nasty sky. I got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane, but I've got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name. Cherry lips, crystal skies. I could show you incredible things, like kisses, pretty lies. You're the king, baby, I'm your queen. Find out what you want, be that girl for a month. Wait, the best is yet to come. Oh, screaming, crying, perfect storm. I can make all the tables turn. Rose garden filled with thorns. Keep you second guessing like, my God, who is she? I get drunk on jealousy, but you know it's Lunchbox Q3. Oh, so it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. I got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. Cause you know I love the players, and you love the game. Cause we're young and we're reckless. We'll take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless, or with the nasty sky. I got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. Cause I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name. Boys only want love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Boys only want love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn you. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, but I was worth the pain. I got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. Cause you know I love the players, and you love the game. Cause we're young and we're reckless. Oh, take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless, with the nasty sky. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane, but I got a blank space, baby. It's Lunchbox Q3 Summit. Woo! Yeah, let's go, folks. All right. I hope you were singing along. I was singing. I was doing my part. I hope you were too. Lunchbox Q3 Summit. My name is Luke Metzler. I'm so happy to be kicking this off for y'all. And now, it is my absolute honor, esteemed pleasure to introduce Nabil.
I'm sorry, I got so hyped with that. I was. Anyone else moving the calendar, the candle the whole time? Luke, that was amazing. Like, why am I going after you? I hate doing this. I asked you, I sent you extra Venmo to be terrible, and you said, you know what? F it, forget it. I do what I do. I'm not going to go ahead and flop. I'm going to give my best. Luke, thank you so much. What an honor. Thank you so much for playing us in.
A real pleasure. I can't wait till we duet next time, Nabil.
Oh, yeah. I'd pay to see that. Thank you so much, Luke. Appreciate you. Cool. Hey, everyone. How's everyone doing today? You know, there's something nice about not seeing everyone because I get to like speak in front of 100 or whatever people we have right now and still feel like I'm just talking to myself, which I'm used to. So this is awesome. Welcome to Q3 Summit for Lunchbox. I'm really excited to kick it off. We're going to move really quickly. You have so much to share. I have like a dozen people who are going to speak to this company as well. We have 3 groups of people here. We have existing customers. This is designed for them. We also have new customers, potential new customers. We have all our employees here. We have new potential employees who are looking to join Lunchbox. Please come join us. And then we have, you know, other people, maybe, you know, investors and competitors. I put them in the third bucket. You're all welcome. I'm so excited to share everything on our end. So with that being said, we're going to share our screen and we're going to kick it off. But yeah, I'm really excited. For all the compliments and insults about my shirt, I welcome it and appreciate it. Mostly compliments. I see 1 or 2 tough ones. All right, let's kick off the summit. Let's go to next slide. I would love to tell you the agenda we have today. The agenda in the previous slide is we're going to go over 6 different things. We're going to today go over a special guest, Michael Lastoria. He's coming in to chat with everyone for a couple of minutes. We are going to go ahead and make sure you know why to join Lunchbox and why use Lunchbox. Go over it very quickly, right? Just a quick reminder. And then the meaty part of why we're here. Product updates, customer experience, and end with a Q&A with our leadership team. So that's what we're going to focus on now. Let's go to the next slide. I want to reiterate the most important thing for us, our mission. Our mission is to help restaurants. This company was built by restaurateurs, right? 50% of all jobs in America, as their people's first jobs, are restaurant jobs. So we all have such a special connection to food, right? 2 things have made the world a smaller place. Food, thank you, Anthony Bourdain, and the internet. And we feel like we are on the intersection of the 2 things. We love it. We're honored to be here. Our mission to go ahead and give power back to restaurateurs everywhere. Next slide. I want to go ahead and show you some of the customers we work with. I want to highlight 3 of them that we're really excited about. Sushimaki, Uncooked, Hangover Easy. We just went live with all 3 of them. So when you go to the cover, can you go to our cover really quickly? We put Over Easy there. Let's go to the cover really quickly. The graphics there was made in their honor because, again, we love our customers. The cover page. Sorry, Savannah. Savannah's like, that was not part of the plan. Over Easy, Hangover Easy. So we love our customers, and we wanted to make sure they are always in the forefront of everything, right? If we do our job right, our customers don't know we exist, right? And we take that as a privilege, and we're excited to go ahead and power all their digital storefronts. So let's go to why join Lunchbox. I want to go over our culture value. So if you go to the next slide, we care about 3 things over anything else. Our core philosophy is efficacy over effort. More specifically, we have great people with radical candor. I have people on our team that has told me I have no idea what I'm talking about. It was an engineer. They still have a job, and they still got, I think they got promoted as well. Either way, we have radical candor working together as a dream team. We're not a family. Family can be great, can be toxic. We're not a family. We're a team. We respect each other differently. We need to perform for each other. And this is our core value. Next slide. I also want to tell you why else you should join. If you thought Luke was fantastic, wait till I show you what we just did last quarter. We had this amazing event called Lunchbox Got Talent. I'm going to show you a 1-minute overview of how it went.
Hello to the Lunchbox team. Surprise!
This is this company called Lunchbox. They're giving away a Peloton.
We're giving away a Peloton. We're giving away internet access for Savannah. We're giving away, I'm teasing her. She's going to be so upset with me. Let that load really quickly. While it loads, the reason we did this is because we have so many amazing, incredible, talented people that we just had to go ahead and, create an event to highlight all of them. So we're gonna take a stab one more time.
$2,000 that trip, a mystery lunchbox with a bunch of dope shit in it, a $500 purchase made for you and your personal hobby. What? That's like a golf club, bro.
That's my favorite.
Ice. Check out the hook while Lunchbox revolves it. Ice.
And would I be anymore? My cause, I'll travel across. It's the only thing I'll ever do.
No. Oh!
Sorry that you just don't know.
We do it fast, here. We do it close, we do it long.
I can tell this guy knows that. What?
So that was a sub.
Whoa!
Nothing.
Like it turns into gold. Yes, it turns to gold. Everybody knows I got the magic.
What are you going to tell us about?
It's gonna be Mika with the 30-second Rubik's Cube.
Whoa!
Number 3 today, we got Matt James hitting those clutch shots.
Number 2, Tom Gunnigan with Ice Baby.
Our grand winner is the head-begging Andres.
Woo!
Thank you so much, Savannah, for sharing that. I'm going to bring on Tommy on stage as well. We want to give you a sneak peek into, our onboarding process. We don't just pitch you until you join us, although we do want to pitch you for you to come join us. We also want to make sure you are being supported after you join. So I'm going to invite Tommy on the screen and share our screen to show you how excited we are about even our onboarding process. Tommy?
What's up, everyone? My name is Tommy. I'm a technical training manager here at Lunchbox. Really excited to talk about our Global New Hire Orientation Week. Just a little over a month ago, we had an okay onboarding setup for all of our new employees, but it's drastically improved, in my opinion. We've had wonderful feedback from everybody who's just started. The point of all this is to make sure everybody is prepared, they're ready, they're comfortable, and we're providing them with all of the tools that they need to be successful working here at Lunchbox. These are some of the items that we go over on a weekly basis. Every single day of the week is a different focus, and you can see that we're going over our product, our client journey and departments, how we brand, our hiring process, and then everybody, most importantly, gets to meet beautiful Nabil. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Tommy, for saying that. I did script that ending for him. I'm not a tyrant, but I do like how the introductions and endings are made about me. So, Tommy, I appreciate you. Some open roles here at Lunchbox. Please share them with your friends. If you refer them and we hire them, you get a lunchbox filled with singles, or you can get the money wired as well, whichever you prefer. So let's go ahead and continue to move along. Oh, Corinne is in the chat saying she just had a great onboarding process. Just wanted to, the chat is blowing up. Reminder, please ask questions. There's an ask question feature on the bottom right. Why use Lunchbox? I'm going to bring on Nazhan, our head of biz ops, our wonderful head of biz ops, on stage to go ahead and share the next couple of slides with you. We'll have Pizza Jesus come in. He might drop in any time. So when he drops in, we might have to take a pause because he likes to go ahead and be a showstopper, but I'll hand off to Nazhan first.
Thanks, Nabil. Happy to share the stage.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel. I head up our business operations here at Lunchbox. I know there's a lot of familiar faces. Thank you for those of you who are already part of the Lunchbox ecosystem. But for those of you that don't know us yet, we are a company that was built by restaurateurs for restaurateurs. So our founders were at Bear Burger. They were looking to build their digital presence. They took a look at who was doing this best in the industry. Sweetgreen is a massive brand with an incredible following, $1 million valuation, plans to IPO. So they took a look at what they were doing and tried to see how they could do it themselves. And as you can see here, things were built in silos. It was super complex. It took hundreds of days, 6 different companies. It was incredibly expensive. So Lunchbox came to market to simplify and she got a haircut and bring it all together. Cheaper, better, faster, and omni-channel platform. So what you get with Lunchbox is really 3 core things. The first of which, so we can move to the next one. Perfect. So the first of which is the best-in-class ordering. So when you think about table stakes, app, web, catering, tableside, you picture brands like Chipotle, Panera, who is doing it the best? We really stand up and compete with the best in the business. Design matters. We bring your digital storefront to life. We bring your story to life. We really lean into your brand and create that custom experience. As Nabil mentioned, if we're doing our jobs right, your customers don't know we're here. We're here to really make sure that you stand out amongst the crowd. And then the last piece is potentially the most important piece. It's that data-oriented marketing. This is what we really care about the most. So you owning your customers and you owning your customer data allows you to increase customer retention, increase that life cycle, and really drive that first-party ordering that really drives the experience from top to bottom. Targeted marketing, better data visibility, really taking control of that experience from top to bottom once more. So when we work with our partners, they are really focused on, again, increasing those sales, increasing the ticket sizes, increasing the engagement, and driving that first party ordering experience that really is the Lunchbox difference. Perfect.
Hey, we're going to skip to the next slide really quickly. Nazan, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Nazan will join us again at the end if anyone has any questions about anything at all. She is, I think, the most cross-functional human being in our company. So, a great source of information for everyone. So I'll see you later, Nazan. Thank you so much for dropping in. Product updates. We will have Bob and Andrew join us before they kick it off and show everyone all the amazing thing we've been working on, all the things we have launched and we're launching. Let's go ahead and look at a quick video our team has put together on this awesome, innovative tool we've made. Why did we make it? A client wouldn't stop bothering us about it. That's how all great things are made. I know that client was my former employer, Bear Burger, so I feel like I get to take a bunch of digs at them for a decade of awesome time. So either way, let's go ahead and show you the Pocket Kiosk feature, and then I'll hand off to Bob and Andrew.
What you been doing? What you gonna say? How you gonna feel at the end of the day?
All right, let's get those slides rolling.
Hey, everybody.
How's everyone doing? All right, so my name is Bob. I'm the head of product here at Lunchbox. In that video we just saw is actually our Pocket Kiosk product, which actually enables restaurants running Toast and Revel to offer contactless dine-in ordering right from the smartphone. And it's as simple as scanning a QR code, entering in your table number, and from there you can view the menu and place an order just from that mobile device. And the cool part is your food gets delivered right to your table, hot and ready to eat. The best part is guests don't even have to log into it. So they can use Pocket Kiosk as soon as they hit that table and get that order going as quickly as possible. The best part that we hear about this product from our customers is around not only optimizing and being able to offer new technology for an enhanced guest experience, but also in times where you can't quite staff up accordingly to be able to cover all the tables in your restaurant. So really, Pocket Kiosk has given our restaurants the ability to offer services across their entire restaurant and not miss sales because we're able to have customers placing orders directly into the kitchen. We're going to transition and talk about our Q3 roadmap here on the next slide. There's a ton of stuff that you're going to see on this roadmap. We want to get into everything. We're so excited about everything that's here, but unfortunately, we don't have enough time to talk through everything. Andrew's going to cover some updates about what we're working on and some stuff upcoming, but I really wanted to talk about 3 to 4 projects that we're extremely passionate about right now. And the first is around customer engagement. We hear you day in and day out. We're hearing from our customers that they want to engage their patrons in a way that's meaningful and in more personalized conversations across multiple channels. We have a team that's really focused on building an amazing platform that will allow you to segment your users and define different criteria for those segments, and then build a push notification that you can target specifically to that segment so that you're able to have a more personalized message to those patrons. On top of that, we want to make sure that you understand how that campaign is performing. So we're going to give you visibility into those performance matrix so you can customize that message and continue to tweak it to enable you to reach that audience even better. On top of that, we know that it's not just push notifications that are key. Your customers are everywhere. So we're going to be building out tools that will enable you to have SMS messaging as well as spin up paid advertising campaigns. So think about Instagram and Facebook. But really the goal here and what we're really working towards is to give you robust tooling that will enable you to create an omni-channel marketing campaign so that you can go and reach your patrons in a more personalized manner across multiple channels. And we're extremely passionate about that, and we're really focused on that right now. When we take a step back, we hear our feedback from our customers, and we truly appreciate everything that you give us. It's extremely important to how we evolve the platform. And one piece of that was around custom tipping. We heard from you that you need to have that custom tipping ability across web, iOS, and mobile, and Android, excuse me. But we have web in place right now, but the experience may not be that great. So we've taken a step back in response to your feedback. And this quarter, we're actually going to be introducing custom tipping across those 3 platforms. We're super excited about this offering. We truly appreciate everything you've done to give us that feedback. When we look at our integrations, everything that we do from an integration standpoint is, to go back one slide, please. Everything we're doing from an integration standpoint is really to engage our customers and to offer them multiple technologies, not only to improve guest experience, but also to afford them the ability to be able to have their menu available and to be a part of the first-party delivery ecosystem. And so when we tackle integrations like Otter, our goal is to really empower our restaurants to aggregate their technology into one place, as well as for those restaurants that don't have a POS like ghost kitchens, giving them a partner to work with in order to have the ability to have a menu online and be able to receive orders at that specific location. And finally, one piece that we know, and we know data is king. We know it is critical to our restaurant partners. We want to give you more insight into the trends that we're seeing from an ordering standpoint, how patron behavior it looks like. And so our team is building up a data platform right now that will enable Lunchbox to offer you really in-depth, robust analytical transactional reporting from the dashboard. Things like sales reports, patron trends, what items are selling versus not, as well as being able to take that data out of the platform and use that for reconciliation processes within your restaurant, as well as being able to look month over month, year over year, and see trending in that data and use that data to help customize your messaging and really tailor those marketing campaigns to your patrons so you can have more one-on-one conversation with them, as well as optimize those conversations for conversion. So overall, we're super excited about those 4 initiatives and everything you see here on the roadmap. So much so I would love to keep going, but I got to turn it over to Andrew. So from here, Andrew, you're up. Let's talk about some stuff we've knocked out and some things that are upcoming.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much, Bob. That's fantastic. So what we're looking to touch on initially first stop is with DeliverEct and OrderMark. As you guys know, Lunchbox is so integration friendly. We have over 50 plus different integrations to date. We're consistently adding more and more to your suite. So that way Lunchbox can be the mainframe for all of your restaurant operations. In particular, DeliverEct and OrderMark really is to help you as you go global, right? We're looking to follow you as you go global, and we've picked global partners in DeliverEct and others in order to be able to support you there. And what DeliverEct and OrderMark and others do is they take all your third-party orders and your first-party orders, aggregate them into one place, as well as integrate with your point-of-sale systems. And so for those integrations like Micros, Aloha, Square, and more, we can go and take the orders from Lunchbox and inject it right into your point of sale for the most frictionless experience. And yeah, that's wonderful. So let's go on to the next slide. Next is talking about Flyby and keeping that conversation going when it comes to aggregation. We're looking to also aggregate all your conversations with your guests. In particular, with Flyby integration, it'll take the first-party orders, third-party orders, as well as since we're sending the phone number over to Flyby, guests can receive text message communication updates directly on their order status. So when that order is ready for pickup, then the restaurant can notify the guests and it'll automate that process. So it's great there as well. And on to the next point. Next up, so big update here, long-awaited update is Pocket Kiosk. I mean, sorry, not Pocket Kiosk, sorry. That was also there for 2 as well, is nested modifiers. I got too excited about the Pocket Kiosk. Bob did such a good job. And so when we talk about nested modifiers in particular, this is long-awaited as well. This enables your team to be able to build menus that are comprehensive and also not intimidating, as well as allowing you to broaden the capabilities of what you can accomplish with your menus. In particular, if you want to offer combos, if you want to offer upsells within the checkout process and add to cart process. And so nested modifiers, really big update we've been working on for quite some time and excited to announce that this is live everywhere. Next up, we have bank loyalty, another update that we've been working on for some time and really listening to what you guys have been saying about your loyalty programs and how you want to expand it. And really, the bank loyalty system is similar to what the program is offered at Starbucks, or you think about Dave & Buster's, where guests can go and earn their points and then redeem it for the rewards that they like. And you'd go and pick what rewards you want to go and offer to your guests. And this really goes and puts the control in the guests' hands of where they would like to go and redeem their loyalty. And it's allows them to go and spend it as they go.
Awesome. I think Michael is in, so we might take a pause and just bring him up on stage, and then we'll come right on back to all this. Thanks so much, Andrew.
Amazing. All right, product team, thanks for all the updates. You guys have a bunch more, so let's do a part 2 after Michael. Let's bring him on board. I'm not sure how long it will take to bring him in, but I asked Savannah for some pizza, and Savannah thinks I am like 250 pounds. She sent me a couple more boxes than I needed. So this is happening. And then you have a dog here who is guarding it because he's upset that I've not opened any. So I'm like, I gotta talk to Michael before I open any. Michael, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, brother. How's everybody?
Everyone is doing well. Can I do a quick intro for the 2 people here who doesn't know you because they live under a rock and maybe they just came to the country recently? Michael, Lastoria industry disruptor, pizza Jesus, voice of the people, legend of activism, our Lord and Savior reincarnated. Who wrote this? Co-founder and CEO of And Pizza and co-founder of Anvest, Michael Lastoria. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you.
Happy to be here, and anything for Team Lunchbox and you.
Did you get a intro ever that said our Lord and Savior reincarnated?
No.
That has not happened. I don't believe that.
I mean, we talk about brand as the new religion, but no, I've never had that introduction before.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm glad we got. I feel like that should be like part of your intro, but I'm glad we're part of it. Savannah on our team wrote it, and I really appreciate making some time. I know you. We don't want to take too much of your time. We want to take a couple of minutes. I want to ask you 4 or 5 questions, and I just wanted everyone here to, get to, hear from you directly. So, and then if you guys want to connect with Michael more, why don't you order his pizza and text him and say you can talk to him directly? They have an amazing text loyalty program. Michael, first question. Importance of technology. I think like the 2 people who have the best pizza and technology intersection is Domino's and Pizza. Food is different, like quality is different. Let's not spend too much time there, right? And pizza is much better, much better. But why invest in tech so early?
Yeah, we always knew that there was more to a brand than the product itself, and that at the end of the day, pizza is a commodity category, and so to win, you have to be really, really good at a lot of things. And one of those things, has to be being digitally native, right? How you show up digitally, what your point of view is. And at the time, and right, this was pre-Lunchbox. And so what I would say is that if there was a Lunchbox back in 2012, maybe a different story. there wasn't. And so we needed to build our own software stack so that we could deliver a digital experience that we felt like was more in line with our actual physical, walk-in shop experience. And it's a really good thing that we did, because candidly, when COVID hit in mid to late March, our business, which was 2/3 walk into a pizza shop, order a pizza, 1/3 digital. I mean, we lost 2/3 of our business overnight. And the fact that we had a relatively frictionless text-based ordering platform, we were able to build those sales back over the course of 90 days, where it's still taking many companies and many brands in our category, or it will take them probably years to get back there. And so it really held the business together. It saved the day for the company, and is one of those investments that we would make over and over and over again. But I'd also say it's wildly expensive, right? For a company-owned business, or even a franchise business, to go out and build your own software stack, it's a bit batshit crazy. And I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for most brands, because of the lunchboxes out there where you can get great technology at a really affordable price and get a lot of the feature sets, because you're thinking about this no different than we're thinking about this. And in the third-party marketplace, having groups like yourself, you can build software even better than we can, because you're a dedicated company, have dedicated resources to it.
Right. And you guys have done such a wonderful job. Like, if I go through your experience, and it's just, you guys have invested so much time in building a digital storefront. You have so much digital equity. Talking about equity, you guys, my brand manager told me she voted because of and Pizza. How important is it to incorporate real world stuff? And tell us a little bit about all the things you guys did to invest in voting, and why would you do that? Why be a pizza shop that cares about voting?
Yeah, I mean, we always had a social justice bend. People often ask about, why the and behind and pizza. For me, I grew up in a small rural country town, 500 people, right? One flashing light, one bar. And when I got to New York City at 22 years old, I could see a lot of divide in this country. When 2016 happened, it was pretty obvious to me that it was happening all over the country, right? The left and the right not getting along, the red and the blue states and everything in between. And so we built this brand largely around unity and largely around uniting the working class around a common purpose. And that purpose was democratizing the industry and making sure that, the working class had living wages, that they had jobs, that they could put a roof over their head and food on the table, and the basics of, what does it mean to be a good employer? We have to think about our food service industry now employs 10% of America's workforce, which is the largest employer in the US. You and I have talked about that. Prior to that, we were a manufacturing country. Manufacturing hourly jobs were paying $26, $27 an hour. Food service jobs pay on average $10 an hour. So massive wage gap just associated with structural shifts in the industry. And so for us, it's shit, we've got to change that. We got into pizza because pizza was fun, but we also got into food service because we wanted to make impact and create change. So everything that we do is always under the lens of the ampersand, uniting the working class, and how can we every single day take care of them, and then preach to everyone else in the industry to help them bend the curve, whether it's proving that you can have the highest margins in a category and pay $16 on average an hour for your hourly workforce. You can do progressive benefits like paid time off for activism. You can make sure every single employee has healthcare, right? You can do things like strike up, transportation benefits in partnership with Lyft to pay people to go from where they work to the pizza shops. No company does that stuff. It's not just about traditional education. There's a lot of different ways to educate. And so everything from how do you get people paychecks for every shift to how do you treat them with dignity and respect. Because think about a lot of our careers, our people gave us the courage to be who we are. They believed in us. And a lot of these workers, when you're paying them $7, $8, $9 an hour, psychologically, you're telling them that's what they're worth. And over time, their behavior starts to support that versus telling someone out of the gate, you're worth a hell of a lot more than that. I'm going to pay you more. I'm going to give you a seat at the table and treat you with respect. I'm going to prop you up. And you just watch how people change into that better version of themselves just because they've been given permission to, versus the worst version of themselves because they've been beat up by corporate America through shitty jobs, thinking that they actually maybe aren't worth higher wages, and they get stuck in this rut of mediocrity and they can't get out of.
Imagine I interrupted you in the middle of that. And the hate I'll get from the comment section if I interrupted and asked a follow up. That was incredible, and that answered so many things I wanted to touch on. The $15 minimum wage fight you've had, and what you're doing about bringing being an activist for all all the people, if you will, right? When COVID happened, Like, what was your instinct? Like, did it for a second, did you decide like, we need to cut back, we need to cut costs, we need to do something to go ahead and pull back?
No,
Did you
we
lose your focus on what you stand for a second when everything shut down, when you lost 1/3 of your business?
we actually moved pretty quickly to increase wages, guarantee our workforce, hours to make sure that they were getting paid right in the most difficult of times. We paid for people to get to and from the pizza shops. We used our pizza to feed hospital heroes, and we did everything that we could. I find it to be very rare, right? Whether as a human being or as a business, we actually are put in a situation where you have an opportunity to truly live your values, and it's not just lip service, because a lot of people talk the talk, but they don't often walk the walk. And so for us, I'm sitting here saying, look, this is a really difficult situation for society in general, like going into a global pandemic that's going to be an endemic, and operating in the food service industry. We had a chance to actually say, you know what, we are real. We're not just going to invest in our people when there's a clear return on invested capital for the company. We're going to invest in our people when it makes no goddamn sense to do so, except that it's the right thing to do, and hope that it's ultimately going to work out for everybody. And so we parked a couple of $1 million immediately into our workforce, and we did it very aggressively within the first couple of days. And honestly, that's the reason why we're here today, because we kept everyone employed, which allowed us to keep our pizza shops open, keep our pizza shops staffed. And so as the business ported over to digital, we had employees there that were ready, willing, and able to serve. And they were actually protecting the business at all costs because they wanted to protect the company that protected them. And so it was super wild that like this putting your neck out there and making a massive investment, people proved that they do want to do good and they do care, and you gave them the opportunity to show up, and they showed up. And listen, we were able to raise money. We've opened now our 16th pizza shop intra-COVID. We've got another 15 we're opening this year. We're going to do 30 locations next year. People are talking about labor shortages all across the country, and I get it. Look, you are going to have a labor shortage. The first thing you do is hide all of the cash on your balance sheet under your mattress, furlough or lay off your workforce, and then only try to hire them back when convenient. Who wants that? Right? Who wants to be in that relationship with any employer, any person for that matter, when they dump you when it's convenient for them to, and they want you back, right, when it's convenient for them as well. And so that doesn't fly. And so of course there's a labor shortage because people don't want to come back to your company because you treated them like an asshole, and nobody wants that. On top of that, people have realized that in hospitality and food service, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Like, these are low paying jobs. People are often harassed, right? Not just sexual harassment, but there's discrimination everywhere. You've got big pizza and large corporate QSR not really giving a shit about their workforce. And it just sucks. And so like people have looked back and they're like, I can take a step back. Why do I want to go back in that industry? And so I'm trying to say, look, there are good people in this industry. There are tons of people that care. And so how do we lead by example by being one of those companies like you are as well, and the entire Lunchbox family, and then start to sort of bend the curve on getting big QSR and big pizza to understand you got to behave the same way. And you got to treat your workforce in a way that shows them that you give a shit, that you're willing to do the hard thing when it's not convenient for you or your shareholders, and make the investments, because we're nobody without our people. We're no one without our families and our communities. And I believe that through and through. And so my activism is just reality of like, that's who I am as a person. That's what we believe in as a company. And I believe that there are a lot of people out there that believe the same type of stuff. And so we're going to roll with it. We're going to keep pounding the pavement until that change happens. And that change is going to be impact, federal legislation, private companies making, policy changes. And you're starting to see that now. It's out of desperation now versus out of doing the right thing. Any way we get there, we're going to get there.
I love it, man. Like, it's so like our chat is blowing up. My Slack messages are blowing up. People are everyone's saying it's so refreshing to hear from a leader who actually cares about the people. We know the jobs we came from. That's why we get it. It's not too hard for us to understand. We both lived in upstate for a little bit. And the last thing we have in common, this one I copied from you, is we also give free tattoos to everyone on our team who get food related tattoos. And we got that from you, by the way, because you were doing that with the ampersand, right? With your team. My last question to you, and this is the most important one, would be this, which is, what do you want? One message, if you had to share with employer like myself and other employers who are in the chat, one thing we can do today, right? Like one thing we can do today to go ahead and start listening to what our people are looking for. Maybe some are looking for $15 minimum wage. Maybe some are looking for parental leave or better parental leave. Like, how do we get access to that? How do we ask those right questions? That would be my last question before I've already taken too much of your time. But would love to know how you went digging for that.
Yeah, it's listen, corporate communication is really tough, and getting people to give you honest answers about how you can do a better job as a leader, how you can do a better job as a company. It's tough. You have to create a very safe place where people feel comfortable that anything they say isn't going to come back to bite them in the ass, because oftentimes it does. And so how do you strip politics out of business? And it's not easy. I mean, the way that we do it is just we try to over communicate. And even companies that think they communicate well, like us, I mean, there's probably plenty of people you could talk to at Pizza that say you suck at communication. But try to be an open book, try to always listen, try to create forums where people can create dialogue. And candidly, like I try to intentionally get in, I don't want to call them fights, but like dust ups with senior managers to show that, have them push back on me to show that like, we're just like you, like we debate, we go hard in the paint, right? We're not always going to agree on things, but then we have a beer afterwards and we celebrate the fact that we made a decision and we're going to follow that decision, whether that decision may lay. I think it's important as a leader to pull back and allow even bad decisions to get made so that people at least feel ownership and pride that they made those decisions themselves, because it will just lead to a better culture of innovation. Because at the end of the day, look, people, there's only so much of a product person that you can be, but when you have a team of product people that care deeply and know that they have the permission to not just fail, but the permission to implant their point of view or imprint their point of view onto the core product itself, in this case, technical product, it's a really good thing. And so create space, communicate, over communicate, drink, or smoke or do whatever people do. Make sure there's a place where you can get people to put their guard down and be honest with you, and then just get to know people on a human level, get to know their families, get to know what motivates them, and be okay with failure. And also admit every time you make a mistake. I'm the first one to raise my hand and say, look, I really screwed that up, and that's okay. And I'm going to make more mistakes. And as long as you're cool with that, then we're cool. And you're going to make mistakes as well. So like that's also okay.
I love it. I love it. You are an inspiration. I look up to you so much as I'm trying to build out this business, and tiny business compared to Ant Pizza, but you do a lot for not just the people but also other founders who can do a better job and not creating another shitty company. You are the man. Michael Estrella, thank you so much for hopping in. Pizza Jesus, CEO of Ant Pizza. He wants you to drink and smoke a little bit more. And
Nabil, one thing I will say too is, go ahead. Your industry needs you and needs more of you, right? The tech industry in general is riddled with a lack of humanity, a lack of empathy, right? A bunch of geeks that just don't care about human beings. And what you're doing, like, it's absolutely necessary to prove that tech in general and even tech at scale can lead with humanity and get better results, and also be a leader in food service, because our brands, our companies, right, won't exist without your technology. You are literally the lifeblood of our organization and our industry. And I want everyone working for your company and everyone following this to know that. Like, most companies do not exist without a digital footprint. You are creating that digital footprint. You're giving us a survival guide, and you're propping us up in the best way. So the more innovation everyone is thinking about, like you are literally keeping alive an industry that's the largest employer in the US, the most impactful, right, industry in the world, just in terms of jobs. And it's a really, really, really awesome thing that you're doing.
Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, chatting with us. I'll send you some of the screenshots from chat. It's filled with goosebumps and one-liners. Someone said, I will now forever be using the sentence, hard in the paint, and the juice is not worth the squeeze. You're the man, Michael. Thank you so much for making some time. I really appreciate it.
Also, make sure to tell my friend Allison I said hi. I know she's working with you now.
She's slacking right now, saying, that's my friend first before your friend. So she's already
I love it.
in the Slack. So
I love
I'll
it.
say hi to her. Awesome.
Amazing.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks. And thank you. Thanks, Savannah, for setting everything up.
Thank you,
Talk
Michael.
soon.
Bye. Savannah is a huge fan of Michael. So she's sending me Slack messages saying, I'm in love with that man. So let's go ahead and continue. I feel bad for product. The product has to go ahead and follow up. I feel like I just jumped off a plane and you have that high. You have that exhaustion right after you do something with a lot of, like something dangerous, does something awesome. So it's always a pleasure to talk to him. He's like that all the time. He cares about people, and a lot myself and our organization can learn from him. I'll hand it back to Andrew and Bob.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a tough one to follow. So great. But we're happy to talk about more product updates that we have in store for you. And so one area in particular, and what Bob did a great job of highlighting is custom tipping. It was a big highlight here because of it came from a lot of feedback that we got from you all, and so very excited to bring this to life. I know we touched on it prior, so we'll go on to the next slide. Order scheduling. So this is an update that we have coming up soon that's going to hopefully solve for a lot of friction points and a lot of the feedback that we've heard from everyone regarding a few different areas. One, if a guest wants to go and do a future order for a breakfast item or a late night menu item, right now, the difficulty is they can't. They have to wait until that item becomes available, and then they can place that order at that time. And so what we're doing is making an update so that way you could pre-order from future menus. And so that way, like if it's late at night, you can go and set an order for your breakfast in the next day. And in addition, we're also updating for the in-cart item availability. And so there was another friction point where guests weren't sure what item wasn't available anymore, or after they switched menus or switched their times, that item became no longer available. And so we made an update in order to make that a lot clearer to the guest what is no longer available. So, yep. Now let's go on to the next. And this one in particular, I mean, we've had an amazing amount of interest and adoption of our marketplace solution, our mini marketplace, and it's caused us to take a whole fresh new look at what the experience is like from start to finish. Marketplaces with a large number of brands before had a hard time with brand discoverability. Now what we've done is we've done a full UI UX refresh that we're working on that's going to make it so much easier if you have 20 plus brands in your ghost kitchen to be able to go and service that. And in addition, we're having proper support. We're adding proper support updates for day parts. So that way, if different brands are running different operating hours, it'll be clear what items are available depending on when the guest is ordering. And then lastly, touching on, updates coming soon in terms of elevating our infrastructure. And so a big thing we wanted to highlight is, we've increased our product speed by over 33%, over the past few weeks. And in particular, on that location page, it's the first page that guest sees when they come onto your site. It's when they're starting their ordering experience. We want to be able to go and get them in and work in as fast as possible. And so we've made a great updates in terms of scalability, security, and performance of our platform. And then in addition, we're building our proper data warehouse, like Bob mentioned, that is making segmenting and also exporting your customer data much more efficient, and implemented enhanced analytics, so that way we continue on our quest to make that start to finish ordering process and that check average, continue to climb, make that as best as possible. And so lots of really great infrastructure updates that we've implemented here to go and account for all this and set us up for great things to come and even more awesome product updates to come for you in the future. And so I'll pass that back to Nabil.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out. All the visual stuff you've seen that have been all the UI UX improvements. Karen, one of our amazing UI UX designer, is a huge part of it. She's led most of that. Please don't ping her on LinkedIn and offer her more money and try to steal her. We really like her. But shout out to Karen for all those design improvements. Huge announcement. Let's go on next slide really quickly. We bought our first company. We bought this wonderful company called Spread. We're so excited for their CEO, Andy, to join us. What is Spread? Spread is just like Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, but not evil, which is, I know it seems hard, but we want to go ahead and test that theory. So we're really excited to go ahead and launch our own marketplace for the community that is going to be commission free. I am not going to share more information on it right now. The only people who know it are the 246 people in this room. I am so excited to go ahead and help the community by building a marketplace that they can actually leverage, that they can band together and use. So really excited to have Spread on as part of the Lunchbox family. Really excited for Andy, who's going to teach us everything about marketplace. It's the best part about having a growing business is we get to do stuff like this. We get to do stuff for ourselves, for the community, and not just for the margins, if you will. So this is going to be a no commission marketplace that we launch very soon. Super excited. Yeah, let's move on. We are going to move on to the customer experience side, and I'm going to bring on Rosen, who is having a Jordan flu game. She is sick. She's going to take tomorrow and later off, but she insisted she joins us today to chat with you. So this is a beautiful moment. This is the Michael Jordan flu moment, but in food tech. Handing off to Rosen.
See everyone.
Perfect.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Really excited to see everyone here. Hard to follow after that. Really excited to have Andy on board and be working with Spread. But we'll go into where we're at with customer experience and all the fun stuff that we've been seeing over the last quarter. So first up, I'm really, really excited. We've had some great people join our team over the last little while, and we have 3 amazing promotions that have happened in the last month. First, we have Olivia Graham, who's our new manager of customer success. She's joining me here on the screen as well, and she'll be speaking shortly. And then Greg Buckhold is our manager of onboarding, who was also recently promoted. He had been spending time in marketplace, onboarding marketplace customers, as well as Olivia was also working with our marketplace restaurant partners as well. And then last up, really excited for Adriana. She is our new Lunchbox studio lead. She was a marketing customer success partner, and she'll be jumping on in just a little bit as well. So one of the big things that we've heard from everyone, from feedback from our customers, has been around education. How can you be more informed, and how can our team be more informed to inform all of our restaurant partners? So we've started what we're calling knowledge pods. We're so excited about this. Everyone in the customer experience team, from onboarding, customer success, support, solutions, training, everyone is part of a different pod, whether it be loyalty, gift cards, pocket kiosks, specifically on our Toast integration, DeliverUp integration. We're all learning about each of those specific areas. So we have subject matter experts that'll be able to speak on each of those areas, and we'll be able to better troubleshoot with you. We'll be able to have better client training overall when you're coming on with Lunchbox or adding on a new product. And when something launches, our QA is going to be better because we know the product inside and out. And just in general, having a great customer experience for you and the product. So education is really where we're at right now, and want to make sure that not just our team internally is educated, but every one of our restaurant partners is as well. So we're launching our Resource Center 2.0. Really excited about that. Tommy, who you heard from earlier, we have 2 other people that have joined his team, Jackie and Adrian, and they've put a lot of effort, as well as Chris from our solutions team, who rebuilt this out for us to show everything that we're doing. And so you have the information right at your fingertips. You don't necessarily have to go to your customer success partner or reach out to support. You can go to support.lunchbox.io. We have great information there, and there's going to be more to come. So things like how to perform a refund or how to create a promo code, all of that's going to be there at your fingertips, and you can easily get that information to do it very quickly. And the last piece on education that we're really excited about are webinars that we're doing. So Tommy and Sammy from our customer success team are running these webinars every other Thursday at 4 p.m. to really train everyone up on areas that you might not be as familiar with, but you use every day in Lunchbox. So last Thursday, we did a training on location ordering features. So we talked about ASAP ordering, how to schedule an order, as well as order throttling. Our next one up is this coming Thursday on August 5th. We're going to be talking about discounts and promo codes. And then every other Thursday for the rest of the quarter, we're talking about something from nested modifiers, which product just discussed. So we can teach you all how to use that and be really efficient there, as well as September 2nd, we're going to be talking about loyalty and redemption, which I know loyalty is really big and can be super confusing. So we want to clear that up as well. And then September 16th and 30th, we're going to be talking more on the location standpoint. So what can you do within your individual store from creating dining hours or holiday hours. What do your reports look like, and things of that nature, and more to come as we move on throughout the year. We'll be having these webinars continuously. And if there's a topic that's not on here that you want to hear about, feel free to reach out to your customer success partner or join the webinar. We're always taking questions at the end as well, and Tommy will be happy to help answer those. So moving on to the next slide, I'm going to introduce Olivia, and she's going to talk a little bit about our customer success team and our support team.
Awesome. Good afternoon, everyone. I didn't get the memo about headphones being AirPods only, so I'm here to look like a Martian this afternoon. Rachel's been able to discuss a lot from customer success in terms of what we can offer on the educational side, and especially resources. But what we also have to offer is our customer success partners. And this is really the way that we're going to be able to provide you proactive support with your own customer success partner for you to have. There's 4 real things here that they can help provide to the table. And the first is being extremely consultative and really helping you to push your strategic initiatives forward, and really be an extension of your team sitting here at Lunchbox. That's usually conducted by weekly or bi-weekly meetings, which is fun for everyone to not only hear about a new car I just purchased and tell everyone about that, but also for us to really learn about what's going on in your business, how we can move things forward, and how we can leverage Lunchbox to do that. Also able to really take on feature requests and being able to show those feature requests publicly and try to move along any product recommendations or features that are actually going to help you move your business along. And then lastly, celebrations. We like to get creative here. If you're a really lucky person, Nabil's not going to send a big blow up rat to your office. That may happen sometimes, but your success is our success. And we really always want to make sure that we're with you for the long haul, the good, the bad, and all the celebration that we have to do. Nabil did say he was going to show a picture of the rat. So I'm sorry, everyone, if that was confusing.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted by your headphones.
I did practice.
I'll let you guys continue.
Amazing. Well, we'll send you all a follow-up. And then perfect. So that's really the proactive support that we're looking for. And then in terms of reactive support, we have our support team that's able to assist anytime from 8 a.m. To midnight EST. And really, there's 4 ways that they can really support you. So responding to all of our clients, you can get in touch with them via Zendesk chat or email, and be able to make sure that we're able to reply to you at all times. There's also dashboard chat support. So if you're ever an admin dashboard, you have a question on a promo, you're trying to make one, you're not really sure, you need some instant support, they're also able to provide that for you. Additionally, any technical issues, questions that you may need to really dive into, they're going to be able to support. And then in general, timely responses. They are fast and they'll get back to you super quickly. Things like chats answered in as little as 5 minutes. And so, all of this needless to say that we're here to support you, whether it's reactive support, whether it's a dedicated customer support partner, whether it's additional resources. We're here for anything that you may need and to help grow your business. And with that, we also have a lot of support that comes from our Lunchbox studio team, which I'll go ahead and pass to Zach and Adriana to chat more about.
Awesome. We're bringing in Zach and Adriana right now.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Can you hear me okay?
Perfect. We can hear you great. Marcin.
You're literally you're the only person who said, "Can you hear me?" Rookie
I know,
move.
rookie move. I can't hear because of these headphones. I'm in Martian life like Olivia. I didn't want to make her feel like she was alone. I also had to run and get these yesterday. But anyway, so Lunchbox Studio, this is our internal agency here at Lunchbox, really dedicated to all of our clients' success within their marketing efforts. So what does that mean? That means from converting third party over to first party, to driving stronger GMV through your first party system, all through an automated marketing systems and out of the box marketing approaches as well, right? So we want to keep things really creative with you, whether it's billboard ads on a highway to drive first party traffic, or like I said, building out really strong drip campaign marketing opportunities within a Lunchbox system. And if we go to the next slide, I'll talk a little bit on like the team structure and everything. So the way that we have the team structured is And you'll meet her in a second with the studio lead who oversees a lot of the day-to-day strategy and everything and works with our marketing success partners who are the day-to-day contacts with all of our partners and clients. And they are the ones that really sit with you within the data. They dig through it and help you see where we can leverage new campaigns and new possibilities. Growth specialists as well to come in and really make sure that we're driving really strong demand gen to your sites and your new products. And of course, none of this would be really possible without beautiful designs and everything. So we have a team of dedicated designers as well, just to our client success. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Adriana, who's going to talk a little bit about some recent success stories.
Yes, thank you, Zach. So I'm Adriana, I'm the studio team lead. And on the studio team, we love making cool stuff, but we love results even more. So in this case, Night Owl launched with us early this spring, and they had initially launched rather quietly with minimal marketing support to get the word out. And after reconnecting with their team post-launch, we identified a need to attract more app downloads and in turn increase sales. So in collaboration with their team, we utilized push notifications that went out to existing users on a daily basis. We created social grid and story posts for Instagram, and we also activated a limited time offer in the form of a cash-based sign-up bonus. And cash is always king. It tends to work best over any sort of percentage discount or BOGO offer, just a rule of thumb there. And after just 1 month running with each of these assets we just listed, we saw an enormous impact to their app downloads with actually a 466% increase from the month prior. So really a great example of how to take advantage of all the Lunchbox app and web features to drive customer engagement and increase traffic. And with that, we'll go to the next slide. So for Zaros, in this case, they had been live on our platform for some time, and we'd seen that, honeymoon period of app downloads and sales start to slow down a bit. So we really wanted to focus on bringing the app downloads back up and increasing sales for Zaros. So what we did was we sat down with their team and introduced the idea of running a $2 sign-up promotion for all new users in place of the 10% off offer that they had previously had running. To support the promotion and really get the word and the hype up now that the metro stations were open around Zaros and all the folks were coming back into the city, we helped them create Instagram story and grid posts, a series of automated email campaigns, a social ad strategy that Rachel on our team was kind enough to put together. And we also made trackable print assets encouraging in-store customers to sign up. Ultimately, during the period of April to May 21st, Zaros saw a 35% growth in sales on their first-party platforms, which is massive and just wonderful to see that kind of impact. And we'll run into the next. If you are interested in checking out some of our work, or maybe you need a source of inspiration, you can check out our wall of inspiration on our website. We have a plethora of fun content. You can see emails, social posts, landing pages that we've made, really the whole 9 yards. And you can also find us monthly speaking on our studio webinars that Rachel McPhail runs, or contact your customer success manager for an intro to our team. We love to help create fun strategies and work with you to move some of those metrics up. That being said, that's all, folks. I'll pass it back to the team, and we can wrap up with our Q&A.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. All right, we're almost done. We're almost done. We have a Q&A section. We have 2 questions. How many headphones did you lose, Zach? Which Zach can answer in chat. And I'll let some of the people who presented today bring up. We have limits on how many we can pull up because of the software, but love for a couple of them to join. And the only other question we have is, what is the goal of the 0% marketplace from Max with 2X? And I know only one Max with 2X. So the goal for that is for us to do something nice for the community. We do one of these things a year. We did helpmainstreet.org that we launched last year. We raised over $1 million for charity via that. And we had Eva Longoria made a video about us. Both were equally cool. So once a year, we do something for fun for the community, and we're really excited by that. That's the only question we have. So we're going to end it. But before we end it, we are now doing a monthly, MVP within the company, and we do a quarterly one that I introduced in the summit. So I'm going to show you. Can you go to Savannah? Can you turn your video on? Savannah, can you go to the next slide really quickly? We added a slide after this. So Savannah is our employee of the quarter. She doesn't know it yet. Zach was able to sneak that in there because he's still amazing at it. Savannah, you get 3 things. All right, for being awesome, for being so cross-functional, for helping every department, for helping set this up. You get number one, a shirt with my face on it. I don't know if you can get better than that. Number 2, you go ahead and get a $1,000 gift card to West Elm so you can buy half a couch because they're expensive. And number 3, all-inclusive vacation trip for you and partner. Thank you for being an amazing member of the team and for everything you do. So we appreciate you. Anything else you want to say?
I will be choosing the shirt.
Great choice. That's where you should go.
Yeah, so we'll do a shirt first, and the other 2 will take forever on. But either way, Savannah, thank you for everything you do. Everyone else who joined us, thank you so much for joining us. It's 250 people here. I'm so happy you guys were here to share, take back some of the things we've been working on. We have an incredible team. We're hiring aggressively, and we would love for you to apply. Our talent team cannot wait. We are distributed. Our teams are in over 20 different locations in the country. We're not opening a New York office ever alone. If we open offices, we'll open a couple of them at the same time. We're not a New York company. We're a company that's filled with some awesome, awesome people. You've met some of them today. We really appreciate you. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.
See y'all later.